you wouldn't be doing this to yourself.
Why do I drink? It's a question I've asked myself countless times, especially during those long, regret-filled mornings after a heavy night. Why does the good old rum always find its way to my stomach, despite countless bitter episodes of injury, shame, and trauma? And why, despite my doctor's dire warnings that the next drink could lead to coma or death, can't I stop myself? Stick around, because today, I'm diving deep into the powerful grip of alcoholism and sharing my journey from despair to hope. Hi, I'm an alcoholic, and my name doesn't matter. And today, I want to share my story with you. A story that delves deep into why I and so many others turned to alcohol, and how I managed to escape the merciless obsession of drinking until death. For a long time, I thought drinking was just about having fun, about feeling that rush, that pleasure. But as the years passed, I realized it was so much more than that. It started innocently enough. A drink here, a drink there, always in the company of friends. It was our way of unwinding after a long week, of celebrating the little victories in life. But slowly, things began to change. I didn't notice it at first. The nights got longer, the drinks got stronger, and the fun started to fade. What was once a social activity turned into something darker, something more consuming. Gradually, my life started to revolve more and more around alcohol. I lost interest in other activities like exercise and healthy hobbies. Without even noticing, my routine became increasingly erratic. I would scroll through my Instagram account first thing in the morning. I stopped enjoying my work, and slowly, my thoughts began to change. I stopped enjoying the company of those who didn't drink alcohol. I avoided parties that didn't serve alcohol, family gatherings, and office get-togethers. I was always looking for a way to be alone with my bottle. Friends began to cut me off, and I became an unlovable creature, alone and frustrated without a drink, all without me even being aware of it. I started losing more than just friends. My family couldn't bear to watch me destroy myself. They tried interventions, heartfelt conversations, even ultimatums, but alcohol's grip on me was too strong. I pushed them away too. I was alone, completely and utterly alone. Alcohol had taken everything from me, my friends, my family, my dignity. It promised me relief, but only delivered more pain. I remember reading about the self-medication hypothesis, which suggests that people like me use alcohol to cope with emotional pain, anxiety, and depression. And it made sense. Every time I felt overwhelmed, stressed, or just downright miserable, a drink seemed to be the answer. It was my way of numbing the pain, even if it was just for a little while. Have you ever heard of cognitive dissonance? It's the internal conflict that arises when you hold two contradictory beliefs or behaviors. For me, it was knowing that drinking was harming me, but continuing to do it anyway. This cognitive dissonance created a constant, painful tension within me. The guilt and shame I felt after every drinking bout were overwhelming. It felt like I had no control over my actions. Ironically, I drank to escape those very feelings of guilt and shame, creating a vicious cycle that was incredibly hard to break. Carl Jung, a name many of you might recognize, believed that alcoholism was a misguided spiritual quest, a search for wholeness and connection. Honestly, that hit me hard. It wasn't just about the drink, it was about filling a void, seeking something greater that I couldn't quite grasp. I first heard about Jung's theory in an AA meeting. One of my relatives introduced me to AA, and I began attending meetings in late summer. In AA, they talk a lot about finding a higher power and achieving a spiritual awakening. For many of us, it's this spiritual component that makes the difference. It's about more than just stopping drinking. It's about finding meaning and purpose in life. So, why do I drink? It's a mix of seeking pleasure, escaping pain, dealing with trauma, and searching for something deeper. Understanding this has been crucial in my journey to recovery. But here's an important lesson I learned while dealing with my alcohol use disorder. Understanding the underlying cause of my drinking was crucial. but I couldn't figure it out on my own with my existing beliefs and experiences. I needed help. It's even more important to face the challenge head-on with the resources available today, and to be open-minded enough to try new approaches before rejecting them. I found a beautiful line in the Big Book that resonated deeply with me. There is a principle which is a bar against all information, which is proof against all arguments, and which cannot fail to keep a man in everlasting ignorance. That principle is contempt prior to investigation. So, it's not just about understanding why we drink. It's about finding the strength to seek help and support. Surrounding myself with others who understand my struggle has been invaluable. It's in these connections that I find the courage to keep going. I also learned that addressing underlying issues like past traumas and emotional pain is essential. Therapy, both psychological and spiritual, has been a lifeline. It's helped me explore the root causes of my drinking and work towards healing those wounds. Carl Jung once said that people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. And that was me. Avoiding, escaping, running. But now, I'm learning to face my soul, to embrace who I am, without the crutch of alcohol. To anyone out there struggling, know that you're not alone. There are reasons behind why we drink, and understanding them is the first step toward healing. Let's keep this conversation going. Share your thoughts, your stories, and let's support each other on this journey. If you or someone you know is struggling with alcoholism, seek help. You are not alone. Thank you for listening. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, there is always a way out.